Hi, I'm Rick Child, founder of the Ashford Group, LLC, and we are an analytics and digital media buying agency. This video is one in a series of videos that discusses Google Analytics 4 and how it integrates with Google Tag Manager, Looker Studio, and BigQuery. In this session, we'll focus on two questions that keep coming up with my clients in analytics forums. Why are there blanks and not set in my landing page report? For not set, the answer we're going to review also applies to acquisition reports when using the source or the medium or even the campaign dimension. Moreover, it even explains why you'll find unassigned showing up in your channel dimension. Let's start by going to the GA4 account for the Google Merchandise Store. Here, the landing page report is going to show that not set is actually their most frequent landing page. So, scroll down the screen here, you'll see not set is their most frequent one. What does not set mean? In GA4, if the site user leaves the site open in the browser, but is no longer active, then comes back to the site in the open browser window, GA4 triggers a new session. However, coming back to the open window does not trigger a page view event. Now, those of you familiar with the Google Tag Manager will know that a page view is fired when the container loads or with a history change. Neither of those occurred when the user returned to an active window. As a result, there's no URL and no UTM data sent to GA4, so it does not know what the landing page is, nor does it know the source, the medium, or the campaign, or even what channel to assign it to. However, sessions start and user engagement does fire, and we can see that here in Explorer. So if we go to Explorer, let's say I have this untitled exploration that I already built, and in it, I've used event name as the rows, I've used event count as the value, and then I've filtered down to the landing page and query. And in here I've selected that the landing page and query contains not set. So in here you'll see user engagement, 5,440, and session starts, 4,784. So about the same, or close. Certainly not the 38,000 that we see for like the recent active user or previous top spenders, etc. And these numbers should come close to what we saw as not set in the landing page. In the Google Merchant Account instance, that's not true. It's much higher. So for them, I would say you do have an issue. But if you're working with a client and the landing page not set is within about 5% of these session starts, you're okay. That's expected. They're never going to exactly match. Nothing in GA4 ever seems to exactly match. But it's close enough that you likely do not have any issues. It is supposed to be there. That is how GA4 works in bringing in those not sets. And it also works in terms of the acquisition reports. So if we go back to the reports and look at, say, the traffic acquisition, we change this dimension to source medium. Again, you'll see there's not set. So it doesn't have any information about the source. It doesn't have any information for the medium. Again, it's the same explanation as not set for the landing page, that it was a user who went inactive, came back to that open window, no page was reloaded when they returned. Therefore, there's no UTM parameters passing. It does not know the source. It does not know the medium. If we set this to campaign, you see the same thing. And let's just add channel to this as well. Session default channel group will come in for this not set as unassigned. Again, that's because it doesn't know how to assign it when there's nothing set for the source and medium. So this is all normal. If you are seeing unassigned in your channel groups, if you're seeing not set in your source or your mediums or your campaigns, that's okay. It doesn't mean you have a problem. But these sessions should come like within about 5% of what you see in your landing page as not set as well. And it should all fairly well tie out. Again, in the Google Merchant Shop, it doesn't tie out. That's because they probably do have some other issue. But in your case, within 5%, you should be all set. The other thing I want to show is back to the landing page. So if we go here, you will see one of the top pages for most people is a blank. Now that's not true in the case of the Google Merchant Store, but it's here. We go down a ways. We'll see here, row 22, the landing page is blank. What does that mean? Well, that's actually the home page. You can see in some instances it's bringing in the slash, in some instances some pages not. but they really are the same thing. And you can prove that by going back up here and adding a second dimension called landing page and query string. Oops. And you'll see, now we go down to the blank, it now has that backslash. And so you've proven that this, in fact, is the same thing as this page up here, and it is just your home page. So again, blanks are okay, not sets are okay. It's just part of the way that Google Analytics 4 works. So anyway, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. Thank you very much.